Like, I don't like the way he talked about Jonathan Majors, and that's
that was messed up.
No, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's not because I'm defending Jonathan Majors, all right, but I just don't like the way he talked about his looks.
When did y'all start liking a big nose? And when did y'all like a little head and a big jaw?
And meanwhile, Shannon Sharpe at the lab, he looked like Jonathan Majors.
Exactly.
He got a big nose and the same kind of head. He just darker.
Wow, I didn't even see that till you said that.
Yeah, he got the same nose that Jonathan Majors got almost.
Well, plus it's a whole like how y'all gonna think that classically African-American features are beautiful now?
Yeah.
It's like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah.
They get in that position and think they gonna tell somebody something. Marvel will cancel you you won't be allowed to read a comic book.
It's funny.
Get up
There it goes. I told you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I told you.
Uh-oh.
out of here. Get out of here, ugly boy.
All right.
Damn.
And you look at those bottles. You see how far down
Oh,
they are.
hell yeah. Exactly. So the reason why I don't like this is because the whole thing about black features is not because we're ugly, okay? It's because there's always been, and by the way, beauty standards are created. They're not, they are not a fact. So this whole thing about beauty having this European look, that's just what's been passed down to us and what we've been indoctrinated to believe. Things were shifting. Things are shifting.
They are shifting.
Things are shifting right now. So this classical, look of what, what is usually seen as a leading man, one of those things was changing with Jonathan Majors. So, listen, there's enough people putting black features down. We don't need to do it to ourselves.
Exactly.
So I thought that was out of line, man. I thought that was pretty bad. I did not agree with that one bit at all.
It's a lot of, I'm sure he's grown up with colorism, where he sees being light-skinned as the thing to achieve.
Yeah.
And how you gonna like this dark black motherfucker right here?
Yeah, exactly.
bullshit.
Exactly.
He's hating.
Nah.
Jonathan Majors was on his way to being sexiest man alive or whatever.
He was.
Yeah.
He was. And I don't buy into this shit. I don't buy into a classic look of beauty. But man or women, anybody else. So I don't like that. That just rubbed me the wrong way right there. I actually got respect for Katt Williams, at least for him being a storyteller, a comedian, and saying, being able to talk intelligently. I think he's very smart. I don't agree with everything he says. Some things, pretty much rub me the wrong way. But, I have admiration for him. At least as far as, being an entertaining interview. I watched this thing and I was loving it. Like I said, just be careful what you do around him because he don't give a fuck. Obviously.
I think that this is going to be a big year for Katt Williams. I think that he talks about how he has nothing to sell. It's like, all right, you got tickets to sell, dude. Like, come on, you're full of shit when you say that. But I think before the end of the year, I think we'll see him on the Joe Rogan Experience or something like that.
Oh, Joe Rogan has already said that because he's mentioned something about like Joe Rogan won't have me on. Joe Rogan's already replied saying, dude, we talk about you all the time. Please come.
Yeah.
So, no, this is going to be big for him. I mean, it's the kind of thing where he's saying, they're running the game on all of y'all. But he's kind of running one, too. With this interview, it's like it's getting him talked about. And when he goes back on the road, he's going to sell out.
Yep, he sure is. Yeah.
Because people are going to go like, ooh, who else is he going to talk shit about? I can't wait to be there.
Because even the people that are talking shit about him, it's like, I only saw his tickets were available in a certain area because Faison Love was sharing it on Instagram, and I follow him.
Yeah. Yeah, that, and listen, I think that there's something to, again, be admired for somebody that doesn't care about being in movies and TV shows. I think that his whole thing is like, as long as my shows are selling out, and he has always been about his shows. He funded his first show for $25,000. So he's, as long as I'm doing my thing and my shows are selling out, which they will, like you said, man, after this, so be it. He's achieved. So cool, I guess mission accomplished.